What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, man. We in this thing. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm gonna say good afternoon because this is right before noon. And by the time I get this thing out to y'all, the rate everything moving, man, I won't get it to y'all till about 1. But that's cool. Appreciate y'all coming on in. Come on in. You know what I'm saying? It's midday. Take your shoes off. Fuck your pants. Let your gut hang a little bit. Get comfortable. Appreciate y'all pulling up in this thing to smoke with your boy and talk our ish. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops the Great. Now, before we get started, for the ones who always watch me, I appreciate y'all like always. I'm gonna take the time every time I make a video to say that. Appreciation in life is something that's often not given. But I need y'all to show me some grace. I need y'all to show me a little mercy today. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little draggy. You know, I stayed up late to get that late night video out. I just didn't want to skip it. But because of that, I'm feeling like a little lazy stoner today. So it's the pen. This is an actual, it's a dad pen. I don't know if I can see the name on it. Actually, let me see if I can do it this way. You can see it. There you go. It's dope ass shit. It's a dope pen. You gotta spend a little bit for it. I'm gonna say this was about 20, 25 bucks before tax and whatever. Dabstract. If you ever want to do dabs, ain't got no rig, it's rechargeable. C cable. I'm sure you got plenty of C cables around. No, they don't give you one. But again, unless you got an old phone, you should be on a C cable. But let's get back to the topic at hand. I'm excited about this topic because two things. For one, it's about Wiz Khalifa. Now, what's special about Wiz Khalifa to me? He's like my new Snoop. Like his music identifies with my life a little bit. Sometimes you get a soundtrack to live to, and he's given me several of those. Personally, I get a little frustrated when I see people have their top 5 list or whatever, MCs or rappers or whatever, and Wiz Khalifa consistently gets disrespected and missed. But that video gonna come separate. I really got this because he had an interesting interview about his viewpoint or how he looks at the blog era, which is an era that I never put a name to it, the blog era. So I didn't understand what he was referring to. So I want y'all to watch this interview. Check it out. And then I'm gonna say my 1-2. I got a couple questions for y'all. And then I'm going to take the time to really look at the blog era and see if I really, like, how many people that's considered blog era do I really listen to? Because I unplugged from music once it got whacked to me. I was not about to waste my time or energy. Like, I canceled my YouTube music subscription. I canceled my Spotify. Music got whacked. Y'all look, I'm gonna pay for 2 subscriptions to listen to trash. I wasn't doing it. But fast forward to now, YouTube is back. My YouTube music is back, and Spotify. I'm trying to force myself to use Spotify more. Just because, official numbers, and, they always check for Apple and Spotify. So I be feeling like, because I use YouTube, people act like my music my music spins don't count. In my mind, I'm telling y'all, like, my music spins don't count. So yeah, I try to jump on the Spotify more, listen to my music. But let me throw the ears on. Get these ears on. Like, comment, subscribe. You know I gotta do that. You know I gotta do it. Y'all do the damn thing like always, but you know you gotta make YouTube happy. If YouTube ain't happy, then ain't nobody happy. If you're smoking, light it up. If you're drinking, pour it up. You know what I'm saying? We've grown, so let's get to the business. Let me know before we really get started. So in the future, I know, do y'all consider, like, because we smoke together, we rock together. So y'all tell me if does this count or is this considered cheating? So in the future, you know what I'm saying? Because I got cones now. I could have did that now that I think about it, but Bootleg Kev, goes without saying, this will be linked in the description. So let's get to it.
Do you know if Kendrick heard the Squabble Up remix?
He probably did at this point.
Yeah. I feel like, because I play that shit on the radio out here, so I feel like
yeah, I've heard. That's tight, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Great freestyle. And my favorite was the Pac one. The Pac one was fucking crazy.
The Pac one was hard. The freestyles got such a great reception. Like, I'm such a fan of that, and I'm so happy.
If you haven't heard those freestyles, all you gotta do is go to Wiz Khalifa's YouTube page. They're fire. All of them are fire. I'm personally more a fan of I think I ended up really liking the Kendrick one more because the timing was impeccable. While I'm still out here taking in GNX and loving all of this fresh Kendrick music. I mean, I'm still playing Not Like Us. 616, I still feel like it was the best out of the whole little group. So I still listen to all of that. The only thing I don't listen to still from all of that is Meet the Grams is dark. I'm a believer that music plays with your emotions. And I feel like that's a song that's gonna put you in unless you having the perfect day and that song just can't affect you, it ain't worth the risk emotionally to listen to that song. That is dark. That is dark and ominous, and it's like somebody turned the sun off and deleted happiness. Like, I can't do it.
That people still receive that, and that it was able to, revive a feeling for people, because that's what it's all about. And I feel like it sets it up for so much more. Like, that was only the beginning.
Yeah, even like the Cloud shit with Cole.
Clouds with Cole. Yeah, all of them. I got a special place in my heart for all my little babies.
So that, like, the Cole record, did he, like, so he had sent that to you ahead of time?
Yeah, well, he sent it to me to clear the laugh. Because there's a Wiz Khalifa laugh in the
That's
song.
So funny. You got to clear that.
Yeah, he didn't have to. He was just being cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's out of respect.
Out of respect. He showed love and was like, yo, can we use the laugh? And then this when I was doing all the freestyles, so I was on one. I was like, nigga, let me put a verse on there. He's like, all right, cool. So I put the verse on there, but the same night.
Right, fucking laugh, bro. Wait, forget that laugh. Let me drop some. Put that on there, and he killed it. He killed it. I don't even listen to J. Cole. Clouds is in my playlist. Clouds is in my playlist. Wiz Khalifa single-handedly got me to listen to J. Cole. Now, am I going through the catalog to see how much Cole I'm willing to listen to? No, not really. I do rock with Port Antonio now. So it's something. It's something. You never know a simple collab can extend your sonic reach. You know what I'm saying? I would have never listened to Port Antonio without that song. And if you ever listen to Clouds, man, you tripping.
I just dropped it on my Instagram, like, and then everybody started going crazy. Like, people started picking it up, and it just created this, you know, this whole narrative. So he ended up releasing it on his website as well. But it was cool. It was fun.
No, he's doing a real good job of taking like a non-traditional approach to whatever we're in with him. Like this rollout, he's got blog posts and podcasts. And, yo, talk to me, because I've been saying this, like the blog era of hip hop, you know, for all of its strengths and weaknesses, to me, it was an era where there were actually gatekeepers.
Yeah.
But the gatekeepers had good taste for the most part.
Who do you think were the gatekeepers?
Well, I just mean, like, you know, if you think about like Nah Right, Two Dope Boys, like if like these guys really, if they posted your music, they had the power to like change your momentum. You know, like there was like a lot of those, you know, whether it was Rap Radar, whether it was there's so many of those blogs.
Yeah.
Let me know if you agree or disagree, but I feel like we need more of that. The gates to hip hop have vastly been open for far too long. I feel like hip hop as a genre needs certain people who matter in the hip hop space to the point where they can make your rollout. They could make or break. And maybe that's a bit extreme. But they can at least heavily sway opinion on your music. Because I feel like if we had it, we wouldn't have so much mid. Let's do it that way. We wouldn't have so much mid. And again, I'm gonna keep arguing till the cows come home. We watch all other genres of music, all other aspects of pop culture be guarded by some type of entity or group of people. Music, acting, it don't matter. There's gatekeepers in everything. We need to learn to accept it. And then after we learn to accept it, put our gates up for what's been built on the backs of black people. I find it baffling that as a culture, we built something so beautiful, but not willing to guard it. Fellas, there's a good way of thinking. Yeah, here's a good way of thinking about it, because I got to be clear with y'all. Not defending hip-hop culture is like you having a bad biddy. Bad, she cold, boy. Whew, she cold. She yours. But at the same time, other people pull up and smash. And you just shrug it off. Oh, it's cool. Whatever. They take pictures with her. They post about her. They decide when they do and don't claim her. But she's still your biddy. You tell me how that makes sense. It's the same thing. Same thing.
Yeah. I think the cool thing about that blog era, though, like, it was blog era because of the blogs, but it was bigger than the blogs, though. It was about the fans.
Right.
And it was everybody. We all had our own fans. And the blogs were to entertain the fans. Like, we went to the blogs because that was the underground at the time.
That was the underground for sure.
And that was people's jobs who didn't make music. They were like, okay, let me write about
let me go
music.
and get a Z share link.
I'm gonna let this play out for a minute, but I just wanted to say real quick, that's a unique way of looking at that, because I never took the time to look at it as the blog era, because I had tuned out. But to hear how he references he looks at it as their version of underground. I mean, I can't do nothing but respect it because he was in it. I think what made it so hard for me, or the reason why I never looked at it that way, is because as an older person, underground to me had like a gritty feel, like almost you're not supposed to have this. You know what I'm saying? Like you doing something you're not supposed to do when you listen to it. Because for one, back then, if you got some underground stuff, it was kind of a mystery how you got it. Remember, once upon a time, people had music in one area and we didn't have it yet. It hadn't reached us. Whereas now, it's like you can put out music and everybody can get it at once. So it takes away that unique underground feel. If you wanted something, you wanted to hear something, you had to find a way to go get it. Like Bone Thugs, perfect example. I essentially live in Ohio. Well, technically I live in Michigan, but I essentially live in Ohio. I'm really on the border like that. Excuse me. Way back, it was some mixtape or whatever, like underground little whatever from Bone Thugs. And where I was at, I heard about it, but I couldn't get it. The homie took a whole road trip to Cleveland. Why? Because if you just go in the hood, somebody was selling it. Them dub tapes and CDs and all that, man, look. I get pirated music was terrible, right? But let's be honest for a second. It was the funnest time for music because it gave everybody a hustle. And I get that it took money out of the pockets of artists. I understand that. But we gotta take the good with the bad. I was one of them people that used to be like, if I go to the liquor store and they throw me the it was like the 2 for $5, 3 for, it was like no, it was like 3 for $10. Threw me the 3 for $10, and it was a mix of music. What's hot right now, or new shit. You listen to it. If the song was hot, because you really don't only listen to what was hot, or the featured song on the album that was on the mix. Okay, I gotta get this. Now I'm willing. It was like I treated it more like a test drive. Oh, I need this whole album. That's like you took one song off a mix of music. Oh, that's hot. Now I'm willing to go to the Sam Goodies or the Best Buy and buy it. The trick was you want to do it before Friday. When they put that new music out on Tuesday, you by Wednesday, Thursday at the latest, you want to go get it. Because Friday was the first day where it was on sale the first day when it came out. And then by Friday, they was changing the price to full price. So you wanted to make your decision ahead of time. Because when they put $17.99 on a CD, like it's not as cool as paying $12.99, you know? Or Best Buy wasn't taking it that low. Walmart would, but if you was buying something that got cussing in it, you wasn't getting it. So you had to go to the Sam Goody in the mall. But Best Buy was stingy. They were $14.99 the day it came out, and then $17.99 after the fact.
I just remember just getting new music on the site.
But the blog era, the artists, like, we were on tour, we were underground, we were just, in our fans' faces. And I think that's bigger than the blogs to me. Right. Like, I love the blogs, but the blogs didn't make us, though. Like, Twitter, you know what I'm saying? YouTube and stuff like that. That's what really, really made it crack, because without that, we wouldn't have an outlet to our fans that the blogs picked up later. Like,
it was almost like that was the first time that artists had a direct to consumer relationship.
Exactly. And that was good.
It was hard.
Yeah, and that was good because with the blogs, they were directly running it, so we didn't have to go to anybody, any higher ups. We had our direct to our fans, and then we had our direct to our media as well. So we didn't need anybody to promote us. We were promoting ourselves through our network. That was the blog era, and it was cool. It was fun. We were self-sufficient, and we all knew each other. We all had respect for each other. We all assisted each other's come ups. You know what I mean? I don't think like one, like even people like Drake, he started exactly where we all started from, doing exactly what we were doing. And, his plan is what got him to his super duper stardom. You know what I'm saying? And even Kendrick too. He opened up for me and Mac on tour.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? So he was not under us, but we were all literally on the same, path for a long time. And the trajectory of it just panned out due to like us as individuals and shit like that. But I think there's way more strengths to the blog era than there are weaknesses.
No, I think it's my favorite era of music ever. So
other than the 90s, like like the pioneering,
I just think of like the discovery of new shit and how excited you were to discover like new shit and how easy it was. Back in the day, you had to go to the record store and go to hopefully find an album used. If you know what I'm saying? Like,
I like how safe the blog era was too. We wasn't worried about too much.
Yeah.
We wasn't really like shooting at each other. Nobody was killing each other. Nobody was, using, too hard of drugs. Lean started to like come in towards the end of it, but it wasn't really about all of that shit like before. And
we looking at you, Wayne. Wayne, we're looking at you. No, but that was Bootleg Kev. I don't want to make the video too long. If you want to check this out, I'm gonna send the description. But I want to go over this. I want to go over this list with y'all before we call it a day. Well, a show, because y'all gonna see me again today. Y'all gonna see me again today. Let me unlock my phone real quick. I'm gonna go through this list real quick. Y'all can, because we're gonna go through it together to see how many people we identify with in the blog area. You're gonna be able to come up with your number. I'm gonna be able to come up with my number, and put your number in the comments if you so choose to, so that way I can see what did this era really yield as far as a number. How many artists do people really on a regular basis listen to? What I mean by regular basis, I'm only gonna count people that I listen to at least once every other day. Because I've had days where I didn't listen to no music at all. I was too busy. So about every other day, I'm gonna consider a regular basis. Obviously, they got He Who Shall Not Be Named, Drake up first. No. Wale, I used to listen to a lot of Wale. I don't listen to Wale right now. Big Sean, yes. Joy Badass, no. Kendrick, obviously, yes. Nipsey, R.I.P. R.I.P. But definitely yes. A$AP Rocky, I used to. Not as much lately. I don't know why, but not as much lately. Wiz Khalifa, that man should be in the GOAT conversation. And y'all disrespectful as you know what for not even mentioning his name. Mac Miller, most definitely. Mac Miller might get more. Mac Miller might get an equivalent amount of spins from me that Kendrick does, because I listen to Mac Miller when I'm editing. So you got a picture on a day where if I actually manage to get 2 or 3 good videos out, each video take about a couple of hours to edit. So do the math. That's about 4 or 6 hours a day of Mac Miller. J. Cole. I don't know if I could say. I don't know, because Clouds is in my rotation, and that's his song. Port Antonio's in my rotation too. I still don't have an overwhelming desire to go dig through his catalog, but for sure those two are in there. So I don't know. Y'all tell me how I'm supposed to carry that. Childish Gambino, he's the most disrespected rapper, MC, hip hop artist ever. I don't understand how the fact that because he's talented at acting and directing, that makes him less of a hip hop artist. That math ain't never math to me. But yeah, Meek Mills, no. Chance the Rapper, no. That's just a list of a couple. I went to, what is this that I went to? This is the AI overview of what AI perceives as the most noteworthy blog era rappers. So what do we have? We had Big Sean was 1, Kendrick was 2, Nipsey was 3, Wiz was 4, Mac Miller was 5, Childish Gambino was 6. So 6 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It listed 8 out of that 8. I genuinely say I rock with 6. So I could say, at least to me in my own personal life, I got something out of the blog era. Regardless of if Kendrick ever became top dog, out of an era, because y'all termed it the blog era, out of an era, I got 6 cats that I could say I listen to at least every other day. I do got, hold on, let me go back there. Let me go back to that. Because it says what? From 2000s to early 2010s. Okay. See, now when I went back in there, it actually added Kid Cudi, which I don't. Schoolboy Q all day Schoolboy. Man, look, I feel like it's a large conglomerate or a group of us who can't wait for a Black Hippie album to come out. But I feel like when y'all list people for Black Hippie, y'all list Schoolboy Q last, which is stupid. I'm trying to see if they added Absol. I'm delayed to Absol. He a soft yes. And the reason I say a soft yes, I was on YouTube just looking at it. I was just scrolling. And he had something that come by the little feed or whatever, and it caught my attention. I'm like, wow. I'm not gonna pretend like I remember what it was. I feel like there's something there for me to pay attention to that's unique. I like unique stuff. Like, again, when I try to explain how unique of music I'm willing to listen to, the first person I think of is Thundercat, because he'll play with any type of sound. He's not sonically limited at all. But that's my little video, man, for this morning, man. I just wanted to get something out there. When I saw this conversation, I got an affinity for Wiz Khalifa. Again, I think he's drastically underrated, underappreciated, overlooked. Use what you want. But y'all should really expand your way of thinking when you talk about your top 5 list of all-time greats. Because for me to say I'm willing to rock with Wiz, right? Let me paint the picture before we get out of here. And I appreciate y'all putting up Smoke with your boy. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This side note, we're not doing this no more. We're not doing this no more. Because I'm sitting here toasted. And it's crazy work. So I want to finish this video up. But see, now I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. What was I about to say? I forgot now. What was it about? Anywho, we're in on the fact that I now realize the importance of the blog era. When I finally tapped back into music. And I started hearing more and more about the blog era. Like, man, why they keep labeling stuff and trying to subcategorize, and it was probably a whole bunch of BS. Like, I poo-pooed it because I didn't have a definition for it. I just like what I like. So once I finally took the time to look up, for one, what is considered the blog era, and then I came across this video of Wiz, it just made sense to make the video. I'm somebody who is always open to learn and to see how many people, and I'm probably just scratching the surface, from, again, 2000 to 2010. All right, maybe it wasn't a waste of an era. Maybe there was some good when I was tuned out. Cool part is music lasts forever. Good music lasts forever. Good music lasts forever. So I didn't really miss out because I could always go back. Now I know it's worth going back and checking out a lot of music. And it's something that's going to keep me pacified anyway, at least until Kendrick drops something new. But again, I appreciate y'all pulling up Smoke with your boy. This was Oops So Great. Look, I'm high. I'm about to say that all the way wrong. That's the second time. This y'all fault, bro. But I'm Oops So Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. I appreciate y'all pulling up Smoke with your boy. Get at y'all.